As we saw from Ron DeSantis, the GOP establishment has made an effort to see if they could get an alternative to Donald Trump, somebody more easy to control, somebody less egotistical and narcissistic, somebody who could be an empty puppet for their fascist aspirations. They couldn't. They failed. But not only have they have failed spectacularly. Donald Trump is the Republican Party. Now, that's a huge problem for them, considering the fact that A, he's ancient, B, he's not very easy to control, he's not reliable, you know, he's not like an easy instrument of their will, and C, he's facing down a bunch of court cases. If something happens to Trump, they're washed. There is no enthusiasm for other people. And if you want affirmation of that, this election, this caucus, had an incredibly low voter turnout. I think it was something like 16% of the state's Republicans. What that suggests to me is that not only do people like support Trump implicitly, 14%, not only do people support Trump by default, like people aren't even interested in coming out to vote for other people, you know? Like there isn't even a swell of interest in the Republican Party to put out any effort to challenge Donald Trump's supremacy in the party. I'm telling you guys, between Donald Trump's obvious, apparent, increasing cognitive decline, the fact that he's facing down all these court cases, I think this is the real kicker. Sure, Joe Biden is also not facing a primary, not meaningfully. That is true. However, if Joe Biden were to die, the Democratic apparatus could put forward another candidate. I think they've done a horrible job prepping anyone else for that role, especially Kamala Harris, who nobody likes. But I think they could do it. I think it would be possible. I think that they would do a big, like, national day of mourning for our hero, Joe Biden, you know, and then they would say, and in his stead, we put this person, consider them carefully, you know. I think they could do it. I think it'd be possible, at least. If Donald Trump died, I genuinely think that's it. I think it's going to take at least a decade for the GOP to recover from Donald Trump's absence as a party leader. I don't think anyone else is even remotely capable of taking up that point, you know? Donald Trump might be a grifter and a lunatic, but he also has real charisma and personality. The grifters and lunatics that Republicans have either allowed themselves to become or have always, you know, been, they don't have the charisma to take up they don't have the Trump riz. They can't take up his mantle. And I don't think people really like him. I don't think Republicans really like Republican candidates that much, except for Trump. The impression that I get is that for the most part, they all just love Trump and everyone else is part of this like big kind of like culture war adjacent, you know what I mean? Like they're all in like the same boat, so they support them through adjacency. But aside from that, I don't know. Here we go. All right, here we go.